Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dalton Vaughn, and I just wanted to make a video over my first, somewhat, for the most part, completed Moleskine Sketchbook. This encompassed fall of 2017, so from August to December. Yeah, and so I decided to do a little self-portrait there. It's a sticker from John K. I ordered some stuff from him, and he sent some cool stuff. I decided to leave myself little notes. Don't be afraid to get loose. Ideas are what come from sketchbooks, not finished compositions, which for the most part that's true, but I guess for myself, if I'm carrying around a book to show people, I kind of like to show them like the max potential. But that's probably why I haven't finished a sketchbook, because I kind of am too critical of myself. I was reading a lot of Bukowski when I did that one. I go to the doctor's office a lot every week and get allergy shots, and so these were some of the guys there. I like this quote by Ralph Steadman. I think I read it in Juxtapose. There's no such thing as a mistake. A mistake is only an opportunity to do something else. So I really like that quote by him. It's really motivational. So I like to go with my friends to coffee shops, specifically Poets in Cookeville, and I like to draw some of the patrons there. Just a precursor, if you ever see this video, anybody who I ever draw, and you think it's an ill representation of you, it's not. I just use it to practice people. You know, it's not ill intent, you know, it's just a practice. Don't mean to make you look goofy or wacky. Let's see, these are some pens that I got, and I wanted to kind of play around with and practice and see how they worked. And all of these drawings are colored with Prismacolor. Like the full color drawings are with Prismacolor markers. I really enjoy them. I use the brush tips. These are some more coffee shop sketches. It's my favorite side character from Clockwork Orange, Billy Boy. Wanted to do post-it notes so I can kind of play around there. Yeah, I always liked his character design because I thought it looked really punk. And so I always skip because the Prismacolor bleeds. Those are some more coffee shop sketches. The guy on the right, he's kind of a regular at the coffee shop I go to. He's got a really long beard, and so I wanted to practice a brush pen with him. This is my friend Matt. My friend Matt and Dylan, they work at a Verizon store. And so I go in there sometimes and I hang out with them and draw around and work on some stuff there. There's a lady that was paying her bill. It's the back of my dad's head. He was buzzing his hair there. These are some people sketches from the food court at Tennessee Tech, where I just graduated from. So yeah, I kind of got into a thing where I would just put post-it notes over a bad sketch. I was just like playing around with it. This is another guy at a coffee shop. It's got Jesse, who was on the high school football team. We were good friends. It's Pennywise from the new It movie. I really enjoyed it. I really like the design of him. I don't know, he's fun to draw, dude. Like, I understand why everybody likes drawing him. He's very interesting. The character design is really, really great. Kind of wanted to mix some color there, so you see some blue in there. I kind of screwed up his teeth initially, and so I had to fix it with a white pen. Some of the red eventually bled in, but from afar you can't really tell. These are two of my friends. That's Chase, and this is Will. Will has a lighter named Dale because it's got Dale Earnhardt on it, and so that was a little inside joke there. Some more food court sketches. This is a local comic artist named Matt Nealing. He's really cool. He's a Cookeville resident. We kind of hang out at the art jam in Cookeville, and they have every month art scroll, which a lot of the local artists and illustrators get together and draw and talk about, you know, new things, what everybody's been up to. It's an old guy. I was waiting on a friend at Big O's Donuts, and there was an old guy there. I think he had a cast, or no, he had a bandage on his arm. And I thought that was really interesting. These are two people from the doctor's office. Little kid there. I drew him waving. He's a cool looking dude right up there. He looked about to be in his mid 60s, maybe early 70s, but he had a really like modern swoopy haircut, and I was like, bro, he's getting it. So I wanted to capture him there. This is a project I may be working on. Local brewery in Cookeville. So I wanted to do some canning, and so I may be working on that pretty soon. Hopefully that goes through. These are some just pen sketches. I didn't do any penciling for those. They're just straight up pen sketches from my figure studies class. The class taught by Perry Johnson, which if you haven't had Perry, oh my God, you're in for a treat. He's amazing. But that's a bust, and that's a stuffed duck in his classroom. So our figure studies final from the fall was to take a song or a poem or anything like that and adapt it into something figurative. I ended up liking the sketch better than the finished composition. I may redo it at some point. But I did the song Baby Brother, which is a cover by the White Stripes. And wanted to kind of adapt it there. So these are my two cats, Sam and Morty. That's Morty. That's another one of Morty. I kind of screwed up his face there. And this is Sam. He's only got 3 legs, but he's amazing. And cats are the best thing. And dogs. Dogs are amazing. I don't have any of my dog in here. It's kind of sad. See, another older lady at the Verizon store. She was, I think, upgrading her plan. Okay, so this is a band called Mount Eddie. You probably don't know them, but the lead singer is Jacob Armstrong. He's Billy Joe Armstrong's son. Billy Joe's from Green Day. Both of his sons have got amazing bands. Mount Eddie, and his oldest is in a band called Swimmers. He's the drummer. But Swimmers actually saw this post of Mount Eddie on Instagram, and they reached out to me to do some show flyers for the End of Their Drive North tour last year. And it was pretty cool. Really good guys, really nice. Hopefully I'll get to do some work for them in the future. But yeah, they're really open-minded, and they like my stuff, so hey, couldn't complain. And plus I like their stuff, so. It's Chris D'Elia on the right there. He's one of my favorite comedians. I used to listen to his stuff on the 10-Minute podcast back in the day. But he's got his own podcast called Congratulations now. So it's kind of based on some inside jokes there. But he's basically a cult leader now. And, you know, he's our fearful leader. This is a light pole, or the utility pole, sorry, outside of Foundation Hall where I had most of my design classes. So I wanted to devote a whole spread there to it. These are some older guys at Red Silo Brewery in Cookeville. Went on my birthday. That guy, he was nuts, dude. He was getting with it. He was like mid to late 50s, and he was just hitting on all the older women. He was getting down, dude. That guy, I don't know. This guy doesn't exist, but when I drew him, kind of looked like Rodney Dangerfield, but I extended his face and wanted to make him like gross looking. There's our Tangerine in Chief. These are a couple sketches from The Last Jedi, the new Star Wars movie. There's Luke. I called it Cool Hand Luke because he's got a cool hand. But I enjoyed the movie. A lot of people, I mean, I can see how there's criticism, but you know, I mean, you can't please everybody. And there's drawing a Kylo Ren there and a couple porgs. I made them look a little bit uglier than they are. They're supposed to be like the little cute dudes. And I failed. Up top is a drawing of Bella from Twilight. There was this, one of my coworkers' daughters I was drawing, and she asked if I could draw Bella from Twilight. And so I was like, yeah, sure. And so I whipped that up, and she thought it was cool. That's a drawing of a lady at Father Tom's Pub. I was hanging out with two of my friends, Aslan and Timothy. They just moved to Seattle together, and we're really good friends, and hope all is well for them. But they decided to start a podcast, which I think is coming out soon. It's called All That Glitters, and it's about Shrek. They're just going to watch all the Shrek movies, go through everything Shrek, and talk about it. So they wanted a podcast cover. So here's the prelim sketch. It's based on MC Escher's, like, the crystal ball thing. But he's holding a white onion, and it's got two green Shrek ears coming out of the top of it there. These are two of my coworkers. That's Dave and that's Daniel. Two really good guys. When I was drawing Daniel, he said, make me look like a pimp. And so I just drew him normally because he is a pimp to begin with. So one of the ladies at the doctor's office, her name's Vicky. She wanted me to draw while I was waiting after my allergy shots. She wanted me to draw one of her daughters, and so I did. And then she's got a really big obsession with The Rock. And so I just drew a picture of The Rock with a chef's hat. Because he's always got something cooking. He's always cooking up something. I think this is the last page. The guy on the left, it's two of the same guy. It's kind of a really disgruntled looking dude. Don't know why. I think he just had a RBF, but you know, it happens. And this was an older lady that was there. She had an interesting shaped, like, she had a hunchback. I didn't give her much of a hunchback, but like her neck did the swooping motion, kind of like a gooseneck there. And so I kind of tried to redraw it there. But yeah. So I believe, yeah, this is it. So yeah, if you guys want high resolution scans of the sketchbook, if you want to get a closer look, I have it available. I have a whole full PDF on my Gumroad account, which I'll link in the bottom in the description there. But yeah, hope you guys liked it, and yeah, take care.